Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. It's Saturday, the 14th of May, 2022, and welcome to this intimate evening of mediumship with a very evidential and amazing medium, Bill Hughes, who's not been with us for some time. So I'm very excited to welcome him back this evening. So he'll be with us in just a minute. And so now, if you're watching this evening, Bill will be working quite quickly and giving messages. So please make sure that you're actually registered with StreamYard. Go above this, the button above the screen marked streamyard.com/Facebook. Press that button and it'll actually, we'll call you by your name rather than some of the Facebook users that we have. And there'll be a lot of comments tonight, so it's very difficult for me to call out the Facebook users and look them up. Especially tonight, I've got a forest behind me for Bill, welcoming them back because he likes greenery and whatever. So I've picked this for him. So if you want to share this page, then take it to go to the click link button. And finally, if you're watching this on catch up, enjoy the demonstration and the messages that are given by Bill. So without further ado, it's my great pleasure to welcome this evening Bill Hughes to our platform. Hello, Bill.
Good evening, Ben. Good evening, everybody. Lovely to be here with you.
Yes, where have you been? Because we haven't seen you in a year or so.
I've been busy, Ben. I've been all over the world.
You're forgetting about your friends. You should remember us. Think of where you started from.
Absolutely. And I'm very humble and I'm very grateful, let me tell you.
So lovely to welcome you back, Bill. And you've had good news since I last saw you, and congratulations on that. And I see that you're working all over the place doing your mediumship. And why haven't you won that prize on SPTV?
Well, there's still time for people to vote. But Ben, you know, however wonderful it is, and if people have voted for me or wish to vote for me, thank you so much indeed. It would be wonderful to get that recognition just for the show, just for collective consciousness, because that's been my baby, as you know now, for almost 2 years. And I'm so grateful to have been given the opportunity not only to have that show, but to work with some amazing world-class mediums also. So a recognition for the show in its own right would be absolutely fantastic. But it'll be what it'll be. I'm just happy serving spirit regardless, my friend.
Well, our church members are going to watch you with interest tonight. And if we like what we see again, then we'll all vote for you. We'll go on SPTV and we'll vote for you because you deserve it. And I see that you're off to Ireland soon. Are you this year to work with the
lovely Dawn Darling?
Dawn Darling, yes.
Yeah.
And you're going to the west of Ireland, I see, off over to Galway and Mayo.
That's right. Mayo is quite close to my children's hearts because that's where their maternal grandparents came from. So it's not an area that's unfamiliar underneath our family roof. However, Dawn, God bless her, she's had a few of her own health issues over the last few months. So we've kind of like just put things on freeze for Ireland at this moment in time. It's not to say that it's not going to happen, but it might not happen on the dates that we had previously arranged. So watch this space.
Yeah. And mind you don't get run out of town in Mayo. Because it's a very strong Catholic area.
It is.
And half my family are kind of not talking to me, or avoiding me like the plague. I think that's the reason, but there may be others. I don't know. So it's so good to have you back, Bill, and a joy to have you back with us, and to see your smiling face and generally chat with you. We've missed you very much. Now, we're going to say hello to some of our members. Otherwise, we'll be in real trouble. So we're saying, first of all, good evening to Fiona Rosen. Hello, Fiona, and welcome. Fiona's from Exeter.
Good evening to you, Fiona.
Okay, this is Carol McDowell. Carol is from, are you from Glasgow, Carol? I think Carol is from Glasgow.
Bless you.
We're all over the place. Mag Cullen is with us, and Mag is from County Wicklow in Ireland.
Hello there, Mag.
And one of our very busy members. Good evening, Mag, and welcome. Georgia Armstrong, she's restrained herself. She says, "Hi, Ben and Bill," and all.
I thought we would get a few flubber-lubber-lubs in there somewhere, Ben.
Who'll be the first? Is the question. And Pamela Gray Torres. Good evening, Pamela.
Good evening,
welcome.
Pamela.
Yeah. And a Facebook user. Oh, I see who is come. Let me just see. A Facebook user. Facebook users, I find it very difficult to actually find you and make sure. I'm just not going to. It takes up too much time. Audrey Ducanson, again from Glasgow. Jane G from the Bay Area here in in South Devon. Mia Thomas. Good evening, Mia, and
good evening, Mia.
Jan Langford from Hereford.
Hi there, Jan.
And Andrea Rees. Hello, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Sharon Tolley. Now, Sharon Tolley wrote us a lovely message this evening on our site, thanking us for the support that we give to people.
How wonderful.
And for all of the, Sharon has been having some problems. And I meant what I said, Sharon, in the message to you in reply. So thank you very much. We pay our members to say wonderful things. Good evening, Ben, Bill, and everyone else. They've restrained themselves so far. Sue Treadwell. Good evening, Sue.
Hi there, Sue.
Bill and Ben. So Sue Treadwell has been the first. So there we are. Sue Treadwell will never forgive you. Sue, I have a tree. Sue lives in East Sussex. And I have a tree which is a very spiritual area out on the moors, and we're thinking of doing an afternoon of healing there one day. It's absolutely beautiful during the summer. And Sue came to visit last Monday and visited the tree, and she got a message from the tree. The tree actually will give you messages.
How lovely.
Yeah. And I think this is Lynn Boyd. She's from Vancouver Island. So good evening, if that's you, Lynn. Good evening. Sam C. Morton, Carol McDowell, evening Ben and Bill, a Facebook user. And Facebook user, evening all. Facebook user, George Armstrong. Good evening, Richard Pugsley. Wait for it. Good evening, Bill, Ben, and we. And I'm healing for Reiki Sympathy. I've been working all day today with Richard. We've been running, the two of us have been running a Reiki course, and it's been a wonderful day. When people are learning and they just uplift you, it's an absolute experience. So
how lovely.
Thank you, Richard, for today. And we have lots of courses booked for the autumn. Andrea Rees, Anya Fleetwood, Mia Thomas, Jennifer Cardillo. Much love and light to you. And to
bless you, Jennifer.
Thank you. And Carol McDowell, yes, Glasgow. So I've got it right, Carol. Mia Thomas. All that keeps popping in my head is the theme tune for Bill and Ben. Mia Thomas, just behave yourself. George Armstrong, only just restrain myself.
I think we're going to have a few naughty ones on here this evening, Ben, by the looks of things.
So Carol McDowell is instructing people how to get on StreamYard and get their names noticed. And the tree is absolutely magical, Ben. Carol McDowell. And two, right? This is, my computer seems to be carrying on. Sue Treader, it was a beautiful emotional experience with the tree. Thank you, Ben and Richard.
Oh, how wonderful.
A Facebook user saying, hello, Ben. I'll try and find the Facebook users later. Anya Fleetwood is saying, can you see who it is when through Facebook? You have to press the button, unfortunately, for us to see. And this is Lynn Boyd. Yes, it's me, Ben. Hopefully, I have achieved the process for you to see my name. We have, Lynn.
We have.
Thank you very much. Lynn comes from the beautiful Vancouver Island, and she puts up photographs all the time of Vancouver Island. I'm very jealous.
How lovely.
Shelley Hawkins. Hello, Shelley. Shelley is from, I'm seeing Shelley next weekend. She's runs a church or a centre in Weymouth, in Dorset.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So don't be surprised if she writes to you after tonight. His name's Bill Hughes.
Shelley, you are welcome, my lovely.
Catherine Upton. Good evening, Catherine, and welcome.
Good evening.
Shelley is saying, oh, she's networking. And healing course sounds wonderful. I want to move to the West Country. Well, thank you, Georgia. And if we can help you, please come and see us. Mia Thomas is laughing. And Tricia on Wall. Mia, love your comment. Shelley Hawkins, can't wait then. And Dorothy Devine. Hello, Dorothy. Good evening.
Hi, Dorothy.
And welcome. So lovely to see so many people. I'm going to call out some more names, obviously. Hopefully that will include lots of people that I haven't included. So Kaylee Lennox. Good evening, Kaylee. Fiona Rawson, obviously we met. Diana Jones. Good evening, Diana. Georgia Armstrong. Joe Clark. Hello, Joe. Pamela, obviously. Carol. Jane G. Andrea Rees. I think we said hello, Andrea. And there. Sharon Tolley. Julie Azzopardi. Julie Azzopardi lives in Malta. And I think I'm very jealous as well. I spent a lot of time in Malta. I love it. Tricia on Wall. Yeah. Sarah Looker was Buckley. Hello, Sarah. Jess Wilson. Lynn Boyd. Shelley Hawkins. Okay, Sam C. Val Appleton. Good evening, Val. And
hi, Val.
I think Val, she'll probably tell me, but I think Val is from Seaford in East Sussex, or that area. Sylvia Maxwell, Caroline Lloyd. Good evening, Caroline, and welcome. Linda Turner. Good evening, Linda. Linda's here from Plymouth, and she's watching. And lovely to have you with us. Frederick Hagland is watching this evening. Bill, do you know who Frederick Hagland is?
I've heard that name somewhere before. I think I've even stumbled upon it on Facebook myself. Another fellow medium, I believe.
Outstanding medium from Sweden, and a wonderful trainer as well, I understand, and works all over the place. And we are blessed that he's coming to do some work with us.
How wonderful.
Him and I think Jack work together. Jack Eckhard Langeland works together quite a bit. And Katrina B. Ryan is watching with us as well. Dorothy, I said hello to already. Amy Joanne is watching. Okay, so Amy Joanne, hello. So what is this? I don't know what that is. Okay. Shelley is saying, yes, you're welcome to visit us, Bill.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Shelley. God bless you.
Okay. So there you are. Okay, so we've said hello to a lot of people, Bill, and the evening is yours, my friend. We hand over the screen, and what I do is I actually put up the comments as you start to give the messages, etc. And we're going to be on for about an hour, so we're going to finish in about an hour's time. So welcome, Bill. Lovely to have you. Thank you, Ben. And we'll just hand the screen over to you while I clear things. Okay. And
and there we go. I can see the change of the screen already there, Ben, but I'm sure I'll still hear you. Is that correct, my friend?
oh, sorry. Yes, you will. You'll hear me if it's something, and you'll see the comments come up for you. So as a comment is made,
You'll place it like so. Brilliant. Yeah, thank you very much. That's very helpful because I'm working off of a mobile device here. So yeah, and I'm a man as well, and we can't multi-skill particularly well. So to have that done for me will be fantastic. So welcome everybody. It's fantastic to be back here at the Nothing Fancy Spiritualist Church. And as Ben said, it has been a long time coming, and I am truly, truly grateful to be able to share space with each and every one of you that are joining here this evening. So God bless you all, and thank you so much for holding space. For those of you that haven't seen me work, I'll give you a brief outline as to how it is that I choose to work with spirit, but it doesn't always go the way that we would like to do. You know, spirit hold the reins. They are the ones that give us the information and the way that we deliver it. But generally speaking, I will work on all of the clairs. Now, for those of you that don't know what the clairs are our senses that we use when we serve mediumistically. So like what we have within the physical sense, where we can see, smell, taste, hear, feel, sense the touch, that's how I work with our clairs. Clairvoyance is the most popular clair that most of you will be familiar with here this evening. Obviously, because there are no physical people here in my room with me, I will be dependent on you guys to give feedback through the comment section as quick as you can, because that just allows me to be able to move forward with the vein of the message there for you all. I do want to start working straight away because I have been conscious of this beautiful lady who's been with me for about the last 45 minutes now. Stepped straight in when I was out in my garden, just enjoying a little bit of that last sunshine that we've been having here in the UK today. And she made it evidently clear to me as soon as she started to have a conversation with me that I'm making a connection to Mum here this evening. Now, this lady, as she actually started to impression herself and place her condition, her feeling, her sensation of how she felt in her physical form before she made a transition into spirit, she gave me the taste that I'm very, very familiar with, which is insulin. She gave me the taste, she gave me the smell of that. So I know that I'm working with a lady that was insulin dependent, who was diabetic, who will connect to somebody who's joining us here this evening as Mum, or a Mum link vibration connection, you would understand. I do feel with this lady as well, as she starts to just conjoin her energies with me a little bit more closer now, she does give me a great understanding that there were issues in and around her legs. She takes me more so into my right leg here, okay, and she gives me a great sense, a great understanding of there being a loss of sensation within my right leg. So whether or not she's trying to place within my mind that she either lost her leg or she lost the use of her right leg, you must be able to relate to that in some way as well there, please. She also was speaking to me and showing me within my line of sight as I was connecting with her prior to going live here this evening. She was calling out Holly, but she was also showing me Holly. So I don't know if I want to connect the name to the recipient Holly, or indeed if she's showing that to me in a symbolic sense with regards to me wanting to go into the month of December as a month of significance that somebody would be able to relate to. Also, I'm going to continue just to work on the vein of this message with the information this lady shares with me, in the hope that one of you lovelies can relate to this lady. And if you can do, please do give me the feed in the chat function, and I will put my trust in Ben to place up any feedback that it is that I need to see there. I do know as well with this lady, God love her, that she does work on my chest area. She makes me feel incredibly laboured, God bless her. So I know that she's given me a great understanding that this would have been the last sensation that she would have been experiencing or indeed feeling before she made her transition back home there into spirit. I want to say as well that feel I want to connect to a lady recipient as well, because she's just placing me on a female link vibration here, where I'm just asking who is it that I'm connecting to and the reason why there, please. And you must also understand as well, please, and I'm going to say ladies because that's whom I feel I'm putting this out to at this moment in time, that she just takes my words away from within my mouth. So I know that at this moment in time, presently, as I connect with you as the recipient, you know, we've had words taken away from our mouth. I don't feel as though we're being heard. I feel a certain element and an air of frustration that she places with me as she gives this information also. So I know that the recipient is going through somewhat of difficult times where they feel or they understand within their own mind that things just aren't quite right. They're not going the way that they would expect them to at this moment in time. Is there anybody that can relate at this moment in time, Ben? Because
nobody at the moment, Bill,
okay.
is responding. I know you're here. There's somebody here that can take a lot of it, but they need to identify themselves.
Okay, perfect. So I would ask that lovely recipient, please, just to identify yourself and just place that up in the comments section there. I want to say to you that she does give this information to me with regards to wanting to take me back. She's saying to me 6. So I feel as though she wants to take me back over the last 6 months as being very significant with regards to either feeling somewhat a little bit suppressed with regards to not being heard, not being able to be as vocal as we would like to do so. But at the end of the day, she says to me, you know, you've found this inner strength. Okay, so we've got the lovely Fiona who's saying she can take it all. Fiona, that's fantastic, my darling. So please do just continue to work with me and give me the feed with regards to identifying to the information that she's so freely sharing here for you this evening, my darling. Okay, can you also relate please to why she just wants to play 6 and she wants to take me back over the last 6 months there for you, darling? Okay, because I want to say that I'm going to acknowledge them as being the hardest times that you've had to face within your life. But as I say that to you, she claps in the background and she actually applauds you. That's what she's doing. She's absolutely applauding you. So you've found this inner strength, you've found this inner courage, and you've also found this inner voice to be able to kind of like move forward in the way that you now need to transition. You would understand as well there, please, my lovely. She also wants to place July around me as a month of significance. Now, when I work with months of the year, it's for birthdays, for anniversaries and passings. So that would either connect to yourself or indeed to mum there, my darling. So again, please do give me the feedback and let me know that you understand why she's done so with me. Can you also please understand as well, my darling, I'm just saying to give me a little bit of an understanding about your life, my lovely, because she's got this beautiful sincerity to her that she just brings forward with me. Okay, I want to say that this lady really does she really does kind of like want to embrace me, but she's giving me the biggest of cuddles as she's doing so. So again, I'm just going to share that with you, my lovely, because I know she wants me to place that there for you. She would have been very expressive when she was here on the earth plane with regards to showing her emotion. This sounds like your mother-in-law. Holly resonates to my birthday, Christmas Day. She died of COVID. She was a diabetic. She had a bad leg and she passed in July. Perfect. Then I am with you, my sweetheart. So please do continue.
Do you need any more evidence, Bill?
No, that's fantastic feedback. And she's worked incredibly hard, God love her, to give the information that she has. But as I say, she was ready and she was waiting. She was first in line here this evening and nobody else was going to be jumping the queue. So she was kind of like in charge of those reins. And I feel that I just want to be re-emphasizing the fact that she would very much have been like that when she was here on the earth plane as well. You know, she would have been one of these individuals that was very matter of fact, very much in charge. God love her. You know, she has an awful lot of admiration for Fiona. Fiona, I also feel as though we're still touching on that great sense of loss as well around you. So there have been other passings that you would be able to understand and connect to since this lady's made her journey back home there as well, because she just brings an abundance of people stepping forward with her at this moment in time. However, she is telling me that she's the one that I'm going to be working with tonight, and that was just a piece of information that she wanted to share there. She holds in her hand, God love her, for you a beautiful sunflower. Now she brings this forward for you as a gift. Now I don't know if you can identify to this in a symbolic fashion or indeed in a physical sense, but she just brings that forward for me. As I work with this, I'm instantly drawn to wanting to work with that color for you, my sweetheart. So I know that for me, yellow places a beautiful essence of upliftment around you. But also she tells me, God love her, she tells me within my ear here now, she's gabbing away, she tells me that you give so much upliftment to others that just goes unrecognized, and she's stepping forward to give you that confirmation there as well, sweetheart. I can see we've got another Facebook user who's saying, hiya Bill, I hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you, and God bless you for holding space here with us this evening, my friend. Okay, last thing that she's doing with me, just before I send her back off up there to the angels for you, and I hope you're happy with your message there, my sweetheart. Last thing that she does with me is she actually just places within my mind a backdrop of, I want to say what I'm depicting as mountains. Okay, now I don't want to work on this symbolically for you. Fiona, you've given me feedback. She was very matter of fact. Yes, lost someone else close to you since her passing. She loves sunflowers also. Perfect. This backdrop of this mountain that she just shows me within my mind, I feel as though I want to connect this to this lady's beginnings here. Okay, so she takes me out to a vast open space where I've got beautiful fields of green that I'm seeing. I can see running streams, or I can see running lakes that she just places within my mind's eye here as well. God love her. But I can see this mountain, and you know what? Although I said I'm not going to connect to that symbolically, I am going to connect to that symbolically, because as I do so, she places you at the top of that now, my sweetheart. Okay, and what she's doing with me now is she's actually taking the tip of this mountain, and she's almost making this erupt like a volcano within my mind's eye. So I know that she's just placing that element of fire in your belly, reinforcing it, and just saying to you, go with it, take her love, take her strength. She's with you all the way, and I'm going to leave her love with you and say, God bless you, and thank you so much for allowing me to make this connection with both you and she. I'm going to send her back off up to the angels there. Okay. So that was our first message of the evening for the lovely Fiona. And again, guys, thank you so much for all of you being here and holding space. It's lovely to have your company here with us at the Nothing Fancy Spiritualist Church. I can see we've got a bit of feedback from Suzanne saying beautiful message, bless you. And also Carol saying beautiful message also, God bless you as well. And Amy's putting lots of emojis with love hearts up there. God bless you all, each and every one of you. Right, okay. Who am I going with now, please? Let me know who you are. Now, instantly, as this gentleman starts to make his connection with me, the first thing that he does is he takes me up within my height and my frame. He takes me up to around a 6-foot marker within my height. I do know with this gentleman that as he makes this connection, he talks to me about being dad. He also talks to me about being granddad as well, when he would have been on the earth plane here with us. First thing that he shows me as he steps forward here, though, God love him, is he's showing me a Zimmer frame. He's showing me a walk-in aid. I want to throw this away. I want to throw this to one side. I want to throw this with an awful lot of frustration. This gentleman, as he starts to give me an understanding with regards to his physicality, I want to say that although I know I'm very tall, and I'm quite slightly built with this chap as well, I don't want to put a lot of meat on his bones, you would understand. I am neat and tidy. It's really important that I just emphasize that fact and say I am neat and tidy. So I know he would have been a really fastidious individual when he would have been here on the earth plane, God love him. Okay, but he does roll his sleeves up on his shirt as he starts to work and come that little bit closer to me. That is my trigger, my understanding with spirit, to identify this gentleman would have been an incredibly hard worker when he would have been here. Okay, incredibly hard. I mean, my hands are rough. They, you know I was manual with this chap. I'm not pushing a pen by any means with him. I've got quite gaunt features, but I feel as though he's just showing me he's showing me himself prior to him just making that transition and that journey home there to spirit. I know there was an awful lot of weight loss that sat around this gentleman. He places metallic tastes within my mouth. That's for me to identify, again, my trigger with spirit, that there would have been some type of cancerous condition that would be placed with this gentleman. And as I say that, he takes me down and he starts to work within my tummy area, and he makes me feel very, very uncomfortable as he places that on me. So I'm just getting him to remove that at this moment in time, because I've got enough understanding with regards to how he felt. God love him. I'm frustrated. I'm throwing this Zimmer frame to one side because, do you know what? I was such a strong, independent individual. He says to me here, Bill, I was such a strong, independent individual, and I could not stand the fact that I'd lost that element of my independence towards the back stages of my life. I want to whistle with this gentleman. So I know that he would have been a whistler when he would have been here on the earth plane, okay? And I want to say that I want to place this as a gift with whomever's going to claim this chap this evening, okay? Whistling is really important. Whether or not you connect to this because you've been hearing some type of whistling and you don't know where that's coming from, but it just makes me feel as though I can't pinpoint a location of where I've heard that come from, you would understand, again, as a recipient. So please, again, do work with me through the feed, through the chat, and let me know if you relate to this information there as well. I also feel with this gentleman that he just makes my fingers feel really long. So I know that I had really long, slender fingers with this chap as well, God love him, okay? And he had really, really good shaped nails as well. He really did look after himself, you would understand, because although he had these very hard-working manual hands, it was really important to keep himself clean, okay? Andrew, you're saying sounds like your dad. Good, my lovely. Do let me know if you can relate to all of the other bits of information that it is that he's just been sharing with me here for you this evening, my darling, especially that whistle, okay? I want to nail this whistle and understand why it is that he's given that to me in the way that he did, my lovely, okay? I want to connect March to this gentleman, or indeed to yourself there, please, Andrea. So again, that would be a birthday, an anniversary, or indeed a passing. And I feel as though I just want to go around about the 4th, okay, because he shows me 4 within my mind here. So I'm in or around the 4th within the month of March that he just wants to work for you there, my darling, as well. But there must be some type of acknowledgement with regards to celebration, or there just being celebrations that have been shared within the family, you would understand, because he's playing out that song within my mind, Celebrate Good Times. Come on. So I'm acknowledging a celebration. I don't want a celebration that's upcoming. All but he had a belly. Okay, fine. Not a problem, my darling. We don't always get it 100% bang on, because at the end of the day, we are only human, and how I decipher the information that it is that spirits share and how you receive are 2 completely different things. But if you can take everything else, then I'm happy to continue to roll with the vein of the message for you there as well, my lovely. Okay. Talk to me about this celebration. Come on. That's what he's saying to me. Celebrate good times. Come on. And he's playing that out within the back of my brother's birthday is May the 8th. There we go. Okay. So we're just acknowledging that celebration that has just passed. God love him. Can you also understand as well why it's important to keep feet covered as well, please, Andrew? It draws me down to my feet. He's making my toes feel somewhat really cold and chilly at this moment in time. So I know he's either placing that condition on me with an understanding that that's how he would have been, or indeed this is how you are, my lovely. I do know at this moment in time, as I connect to you through him, he makes me want to just wrap you up somewhat with an element of blue healing energy, because he's just showing me that blue healing energy within my mind here. And I feel as though I just want to be taking this down somewhat into your upper thighs at this moment in time. Okay, I really feel as though we've been doing far too much. We need to be putting those feet up, and there's a lot of pressure that's going on in my upper thighs. So you're either standing too long, or you're carrying yourself a completely different way through other areas of your body because of pain. Please, again, do let me know if you relate and you can understand why he's placed that there with me. Also, my lovely, all right, my friend. Okay, I want to be very expressive with my knowledge with this gentleman. Okay, I could sit at my table here with him all night actually and listen to him chatting away, because he had the most amazing stories to tell. Okay, your feet are very swollen as well. Okay, my darling. He had the most amazing stories to share. Okay, and I don't want to say fairy tales. I want to say that these were real lived stories, but he really encapsulated everybody, and it was really important that these were shared, because he wanted everybody to learn, and I'm not going to say mistakes, because nobody ever makes a mistake in our lives. It's always a lesson that we learn from. Okay, but he wanted everybody to learn from his lessons. You know, he had to work hard for what it was that he had attained throughout his life. Things never came easy to him. I feel as though he had a real difficult upbringing, where he would have known what it was like, God bless him, to have gone without. Even I want to go to the point where he makes me feel hungry at this moment in time as well. Okay, so I know that I come from very, very humble beginnings with him. God love him, as he starts to process that information there and share it. Yes, he was an amazing dad. Yes, everyone loved him. And his story is perfect, wonderful. Okay, and the silly noises as well, you would understand, because not only am I whistling now, but I'm just blowing raspberries. I'm blowing raspberries and I'm doing silly noises with my mouth as he starts to share more information here for you. So I know that he was somewhat of a joker, and I want to say a practical joker at that. Okay, let's not take things too seriously. Yes, he did have a hard upbringing. Absolutely. That's what he was placing around me as well. God love him. Okay. The other thing that I just want to say to you is, can you understand that there would have either been some type of connection with Dad with regards to the electrical trade, working in and around electrics, or there's something going on around you at this moment in time that he just wants to share with me with regards to electrical works, please, my sweetheart. Indeed, this could be within the home, this could be employment, or indeed this could be somebody that, you know, is very close to you that has those links. But he just shares that with me as well. God love him, as he shares that information. Okay, my friend. And I know that I just want the old-fashioned vanilla ice cream block that Dad would have really have favoured as well, please, my lovely. I feel as though he's just coming in on Memory Link Association here for you. He used to kiss the babies and say parrot kisses. Perfect. Okay, because he was just making those like noises as he was doing so with me there as well, sweetheart. But the old-fashioned vanilla slab block he just places here with me. He places the taste of that in my mouth. I feel as though I would have liked this when I would have been here on the earth plane. I want to connect this as a memory link association as well. It must relate to you in some way, you would understand. I also want to go as far as saying now, as he gives that to me, that okay, the house needs new electrics. Good. Okay, then he's just reaffirming that there for you. I want to say as well that I feel ice cream was something that I could consume towards the back end of my life, okay, because it was digestible, it would melt, and it was easier for me to process. Again, let me know if I'm on the correct vein there, and forgive me if I've misinterpreted what it is that he just shares there with me. Dad loved ice cream, bless him, wonderful, thank you so much indeed. The other thing that I just want to say to you as well, Andrea, just before I send him back off up to the angels there, I want to get you a parting gift from Dad. It can be symbolic, it could be something that that was exchanged within the physical. But as he's doing this with me, I want to give you a new handbag, please, my darling. He's just placing a handbag on my arm here, God love him. I want to give you a new handbag. So I'm either identifying this new purchase that you've made, or indeed this new purchase that you are intending to make there. He couldn't swallow very good. That's the reason why he was putting that ice cream there with me. Okay, my darling, thank you so much. Talk to me about the handbag as well, and let me know if I've understood the information that he shared with me for you, my sweetheart. Okay. And just whilst I wait on your feedback, I'm just going to start opening myself up to invite our next guest to step forward as well, so that I can start blending with their energies. Thank you, Georgia, for your feedback, my lovely. That's very kind of you to place such a lovely message. It's very much appreciated there. I can see we've got Layla, who also joins us. God bless you as well, my darling. Thank you for holding space and being with us here this evening. And we've also got Fiona saying a beautiful message as well. And Andrew's just ending her feedback saying, love him endlessly. Know that that love is endless and reciprocated as well there for you, my sweetheart. Okay. I'm only in the next room, he says to me as he starts to pull his energies back. I'm only in the next room. Physically, you know, when our loved ones make that transition, that's the most difficult part for us all, not having that physical essence of being able to see, to touch, to feel, to smell, to kiss, to hold, whatever it is. But you know what, their memory and the essence of their soul will always live on throughout each and every one of us in the generations of our family. And they are literally in the next room, as he says. So continue to converse with them in the way that you would have done so when they were here on the earth plane. And Andrea, you brought a new handbag. There we go. Fabulous. How wonderful Spirit worked with us here this evening. God bless them. Okie dokie. Let's see where else it is that I want to go to. Okay, with my next message. Now, I'm feeling incredibly hot. I feel consumed with heat with this lady as she starts to connect with me. And she's making me want to be sick. She's making me want to vomit. God love her. I'm just getting to step back just a little bit just to remove that from me. But the heat that she places upon me is my understanding, my trigger with Spirit, God love them, that this lady would have made her transition to the other side through infection. There would have been infection that was present. In fact, she says to me, she corrects me. In fact, it would have been rife throughout my body. She says to me, God love her. I went in with one thing. So I know I went into hospital. I went in with one thing and I ended up with a multitude of others. I don't feel with this lady as though I've been in spirit for a particularly long time. And for some reason, she does say COVID to me. So whether or not she passed with COVID or this was during the time that COVID was restricting us from being with our loved ones, I know she places that there with me. Andrea, my mother has dementia. My brother has stage 4 cancer. Thank you very much for your wonderful kindness. I needed to hear from my wonderful dad. Take his love, my darling. What an absolutely amazing man. As I say, I could have sat and spoken with him all night long, but then we wouldn't have got any other messages done for everybody else. So thank you for giving me the opportunity, Andrew, of working with you and he. Bless. Okay. Now, Laylee saying could be your mum. Okay, my darling. Can you please relate to why she wants to say to me COVID? She's spelling it out here in my line of sight. God love her. Okay, so I know this happened during the COVID process. So I'm only within the last 2 years of passing over into spirit with this lady. Okay, she places within my mind as well. God love her. She talks to me about violet, but she also places the color violet with me as well. So I know there must be some type of significance with connecting this color to her as well. I do feel as though I want to continue to work on the vein of a mother link vibration here as well. She died of septic shock, but had COVID too. Bless her, God love her. And you can understand, Layla, as well, why she wants to go within the last 2 years. Can you also understand why I feel as I want to be drawn towards November? Now, whether or not this was the month that Mum would have made the passing into spirit, or November connects to Mum or you with regards to birthday, anniversary, or passing, please do again let me know if that relates there with you. But again, I'm working in such a beautiful energy with her. I feel and I understand with her as well that, you know, she just says to me, let's just tone it down a little bit, Bill. So she's just softening the volume of my voice, but she's softening the tone of my voice also. You're not sure about the November at this moment in time. Okay, my darling, thank you. Can you understand about the softness? The softness that she just places with regards to the essence of why I want to talk softer, and I want to just reduce the volume of my tone of voice as well. I don't want there to be an awful lot of noise. So again, whether or not this place is around Mum or indeed with you, you would understand at this moment, my darling. I just can't seem to tolerate an awful lot of noise. That's what I want to say. Okay, yes, she was gentle, and yes, she was quite perfect. Okay, and I don't want to tolerate the hustle and the bustle of the noise as well. Okay, but I feel as though I want to just take that from her and place that into the present, and just place that around you at this moment, darling, because I just want things to kind of like be settled, and I just want a little bit of peace and quiet. I actually want some me time, you would understand, please, my lovely. And again, give me that feedback. Let me know if you understand what it is and how it is that she's working here with me this evening as well. There must have been something to do with regards to ventilating Mum here, please, okay, because she just wants to place tubes within my mouth as well as a significant link with regards to her passing, please, my darling. Okay, but talk to me with regards to me time, okay, because this is why she's making this connection here tonight, because it's all about you. It's all about you as an individual, okay? You not being on the back burner, because she's showing me a stove, an oven top within my line of sight now as she works with me, and she's showing me the back burner, the ring at the back burning, and she's placing symbolically an essence of everybody else being at the forefront here. Your time now. She had a feeding tube and oxygen, couldn't speak, and panting as well. Thank you. That's the reason why she was doing that there with me. God love her. This is your time now. This is your confirmation from her to let you know that what it is that you've been procrastinating about, it's time to start believing. It's time to start having a little bit more essence of self-understanding. She makes me understand, God love her, as she starts to chat away to me here, that you know what, you've done an awful lot of work on your own inner soul, you would understand, okay? And I'm so proud that you've done that. I'm so very proud that you've done so. Because for us to be able to help others, we need to be able to have fixed, repaired, and understood our own soul. Does this make sense with you? You feel overwhelmed, too much to take. I'm generally ignored. Well, you're not tonight, because she's made sure that she's come through to make this connection with you, to give you that reinforcement that it is that you need here. Okay, my darling. Now, I know as well that you're trying. Good. Then keep trying. Keep chipping away. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. And this is what I feel compelled that I want to say to you. Okay, you have that Buddha canvas behind you, Dorothy Divine. Oh, bless you. That was bought by somebody very special to me. Just keep chipping away, okay, bit by bit. Okay, we can't change the world, but we can change our own world. Okay, and it's all about focus for you now, my sweetheart. Okay, would you also understand as well, please, why she just wants to just bring forward for you and place within my mouth licorice? she's just put a huge lump of licorice within my mouth. So I want to share this with you, or indeed understand that this would have been something that she would have liked. Please do let me know if you relate to that information there as well. Okay, darling. And I also feel as well that I just want to say to you, darling, that I've heard what it is that you keep saying, that you keep repeating, and you keep asking me. Okay, because she's just doing that over and over and over in my ear at this moment in time. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, sweet. Whew. Can you also understand, please, as well, my lovely, where I'm getting Rose from? I don't feel as though I want to place a Rose with you. I feel as though I want to acknowledge the name Rose. I'm not saying this is her name, but I know Rose must connect to her in some way, please. She did like it, but couldn't have it because of high blood pressure. Okay, well, she's enjoying it now, that's for sure. Okay, because she's just, as I say, placed a big lump of it in my mouth as well. So she's really making the most of it now that she's spirit side, that's for sure. And she's giggling away here as I'm just sharing that information there with you also, my lovely. We just need to be making sure, I know that there's some type of unanswered questions on paperwork around you. Okay, you're not sure about the Rose. I feel as though I'm connecting with the name Rose, spirit side here for you, my lovely. Sometimes we can't always place names instantaneously, but hold that name and do a little bit of research, and I'm sure that that will come to fruition and present itself as and when it is needed. There's questions that are unanswered. There's questions on paperwork that we still need to have finalized that she's just showing me here. Okay, and she's saying to me, come on, tell her it's time to get moving, let's get cracking with this. So take her love. Okay, you will. Perfect. There you go. So you know exactly what it was that she was talking to you about as well, sweetheart. I know that we're just going to place an element of healing around you with regards to headaches, because she just places that upon me at this moment in time, but she shows me blue within my line of sight, so I know that this is a healing essence that we're going to be wrapping you up in also as well there, my darling. And just before I send her back off up to the angels there, I'm just going to say if I can get a parting gift for you also, my lovely. Okay, sweet. She's just placing that rhyme within my mind. She sells seashells on the seashore. I want to connect this as memory. I want to put a smile on your face as I say this. And I'm going to leave her love with you, and I'm going to say God bless you and she, both of you, for allowing me the opportunity to work with you both. God bless. Okie dokie.
Perhaps one more, Bill.
Okay, fine, Ben, not a problem. Okay. Let's see who it is that wants to come and have a chat with us here. Now, I feel very dizzy. I've got the energy of another lady that just starts to join with me here this evening. I'm very dizzy. I feel as though I just want to continuously keep falling over or tripping where this lady's concerned. She's making me want to stabilize myself, make myself feel secure by holding onto elements of my furniture that she's showing me within my home. So I know that this lady was absolutely ferociously independent, and she was not going to leave her home for nobody. Okay, but she just places my hands on my furniture. She's making me just feel as though I'm off balance with her. Giddy spells constantly, all the time. My mind as well, bless her. I feel as though I really struggled somewhat, but I had a fantastic mask of, I'm all right. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm okay, my darling. This is the way that she just converses with me here as well. Okay. Again, I acknowledge this lady as mum. I acknowledge this lady as grandmother also. I feel with her, God love her, that I don't want to be big in stature. She reduces my frame as she starts to conjoin with me, and she starts to impression upon me. So she takes me down in height, and she actually reduces me. She makes me feel very slim indeed. Okay, almost upon the border of, I want to say, petite. And as I'm saying that, she's winking at me as well. So I feel that she's just having a little bit of a game here with me tonight as well, this lady. Okay, so I want to say that character-wise with her, do you know, she wouldn't have taken life too seriously, this lady. I know with her, God love her, I know with her that, you know, her life was extremely hard. Her life was incredibly difficult, but it sculpted her into one of the most amazing, beautiful human beings that ever graced this earth. She would have gone out of her way, she tells me, to have helped anyone and everyone. And she could not stand the fact of mouths being hungry as well. I feel this lady actually would have not only have just fed her own, because she's saying to me, not only would I feed my own, I would feed others. So whether or not she's taking me down the route with regards to understanding her work, life, or indeed she just would have gone that extra mile to have fed others down the road as well. You can take this vertigo balance. My nana didn't take life too seriously. The lovely Mia, wonderful Mia. Let me know if you can relate to the other information that it is that she shared. And once I've given it, it's gone. So I can't remember what I said 2 minutes ago, my darling. So you're going to have to just give me the feedback because it's not for me to hold. But she was very proud. She was very proud of her house. She made that evidently clear as soon as she made her connection with me. Now, this lady, she would have absolutely have adored, and I do feel that I need to say adored, all of her little nicks and nats, her little ornamental pieces, okay, wouldn't have cost lots of monies, but it was the intent and the meaning and the gift behind them that really kept it within her heart. She helped everyone. People came into her house for food in her community. Wonderful. Very proud of her house, even polished her doorstep. 100%, absolutely. But she takes my mind, Mia, you would understand, to what I depict as a sideboard, okay? And I've got a glass top. She's showing me here now in my line of sight. I've got a glass top, 2-door sliding sideboard, and I want to say that I want to say that it's in dark wood as well, you would understand. She loved her sentimental things, 100%, but this is where she would have kept them all, okay, because I'm proud. This is what I want to show off to everybody, because she really did have pride for her family, this lady. And I feel and I understand, God love her, she's chatting away. She did love a chat, didn't she? I understand as she's chatting away to me, do you know, all right, darling, I feel as though I would have done it a lot on my own, single-handedly. I feel as though there was an absence of a partnership here, over a period of time, you would understand. And she was incredibly proud of what it was that she instilled into the generations of her family. Yes, she kept them safe. Big pride for her family also. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now, I know with this lady as well that, you know, I want to be quite tidily turned out. I want to be quite prim and proper with this lady, you would understand. You know, ladies had to dress like ladies as well. I'm smiling because it sounds like my nan, says Sharon Tully. She worked in pottery, but she has hundreds of ornaments, dolls, Buddhas, everything. Wonderful. Now, if you can take from this message, then do so, because this is Spirit's way of not only just reaching one person, but also others. And she had 8 kids and adopted 2. Wonderful. What a lovely, lovely soul she was there. Okay. Yes, she loved to chat and passed the chatterbox genes onto me. I know she liked to chat because she is chatting away in my, but very elegantly dressed. That's what she places with me here. Petticoats. Okay, you would understand about making sure that we got the petticoats underneath the skirts when Nan is concerned on. Oh, okay. And also, you would also understand with regards to making sure that it was so evidently important that the sides were always disinfectant down. Disinfectant down. I don't know if that's a correct terminology of English that I'm using here, but this is what she's saying to me. So I'm relaying it the way that I'm hearing it, making sure those sides are disinfectant down. Now, I know that we've already touched on that she was quite fastidious with regards to the home. But again, I just want to take this from her and chuck it into your lap as well, my darling. And this might be where this disinfectant link ties in. Yes, always in a petticoat and always had petticoats too. Perfect, wonderful. Talk to me about the disinfectant link as well. on the sides, on kitchen sides, in particular, and I want to smell it as well. I want to smell that old-fashioned pine disinfectant, the one that would come in a bottle she shows me here now, which is okay, show me. It's almost like orange in colour, that she just wants to show as well, sweetheart. Okay, just before I send her back off up to the angels, I just want to get a parting gift there for you, because I'm quite happy with what it is that I've come to say. I've come in, I've said what I want to say, and now I'm done. This was very much how she would have been like when she was here on the earth plane. She gives me a balloon to give to you, sweetheart, a helium balloon. I know that must connect to you in some way, whether that's around some type of celebration. I feel as though I want to give this to a little child at this moment in time. Yes, Nan loved disinfectant, and I do this too. Oh my God, I was obsessed with it when I was pregnant. There you go. That's the reason why she's sharing the information so freely with us. Okay. I want to give this helium balloon to this little child. And I said that prior to your comment just coming up on screen. So I feel as though we're connecting that to this little one that you've just made reference to there as well. Yes, and your boy is mad on balloons. There we go. Okay. Stars as well. I want to put stars on the balloon for you. Stars, silver stars. It was my pregnancy craving that disinfectant. Yes, the balloon for my child who's been very poorly over the last year and a half. That's why she's placing the silver stars on the balloon, because he has been a little star, you would understand, with regards to how he's been receiving, I want to say, his treatment. Okay, my darling. So I'm going to leave that gift with you. I'm going to leave the essence and the love of her with you. I'm going to say, God bless you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working in her lovely, beautiful energies. And I'm going to leave a love with you and say, God bless. Thank you. God bless.
Well, and now I went by just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. Click of
just
a,
like that.
click of an eye.
Just like that, then.
Don't start. They'll all be others. Georgia, wonderful heartfelt messages. Thank you. Which is a lovely thing. And Amy Joanne is sending you hearts. And lots of people commenting all the way through. Oh, thank you, Bill. Amazing stories. So there, Bill. We had a whole pile of people join as we went on through the evening. So Sue Treadwell, lovely evidence and messages, Bill. And Amy Joanne saying very lovely messages. Facebook users, thank you. Well, I don't know. Sue Treadwell, Carol McDowell, another fantastic service. Thank you so much, Ben and Bill. God bless you all. And Jane G, wonderful connections. Lynn Boyd, beautiful messages. That's Lynn from Victoria, British Columbia.
Oh, bless you.
Lovely messages, Bill. And that's high praise indeed from Mrs. Hawkins. I tell you, thank you very much. Anya Fleetwood. Gosh, we're going to be here for the Bill Hughes.
But as we know, you know, it's lovely, and I'm so humbled by everybody's messages. But as we know, it's not me. This is Spirit. We are just that vessel. We are just that channel. We're that voice of communication. So, you know, send up those loving thoughts to all of those beautiful souls that are up there watching down over us every single day. And you know, for using me as their vessel and their point of communication.
It's funny, I was doing a service last Wednesday night, and I came and I did one last message. The lady was taking everything, and then suddenly she stopped taking it. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I give you what I've got, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. I cannot change it, and I cannot adapt and bring it, because we see what we see, and we give it. Dorothy Divine, great, full of every evidence you give of our loved ones.
Oh,
thank you, Dorothy. Claire Coolbeck, wonderful messages. Thank you for the lovely evening, Dan and Bill, and much love and light and blessings to you and everyone online. Sherry Hawkins is, she's got tears in her eyes. I don't know what that means. Thank you, lovely service. Sorry, but lost connection for a while. That's Anna. Thank you both, and Audrey de Canson. I could resonate with the message for Layla also, including Rose. And Shelley Hawkins, thank you, Ben and Bill, for an uplifting evening. And Layla, sorry, maybe it was for you. Well,
do you know, I made the connection with Layla, so I will stay with Layla because that's where I felt that my pull was. But as I said, you know, there are times where we can take love and guidance and comfort from somebody else's message, and if we can, then do so. Then do so, because that's Spirit's way of just kind of like shining their light, spreading their love, and giving all those that need the upliftment with regards to that message. And if you can take something from it, then do so. So God bless you.
Yeah, because they give us messages really for everybody, don't they? They in a way at a service. They include everybody. A lot of the time, I find myself talking in a plural sense. So you know, you took the message later. Bill felt it was for you, and I felt as Bill was talking that it was for you as well.
Yeah.
Audrey de Canson. No, Layla, don't. It was for you. Well, ladies, please don't find tricks. Not becoming. Yes, spreading their love for everybody. Carol McDowell. Well, Bill, it's been a lovely evening. I've enjoyed seeing you work again. It's so impressive. It just pours out of you. You sit there and, you know, it's like, oh, I need to talk to some people behind me. And it starts. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening to see you work. You're back with us again, I think, in June for a Sunday service.
That will be lovely.
And I'm looking forward. I always love your philosophy and your readings.
Bless.
So I'm very excited about that. You lift us all, Bill, by the way you work. So Sam was saying, what are you laughing at?
My lips are sore. There we go. It's because I go 100 miles an hour. I just literally open myself up and say, right, come on in, let's get going. We've got some work to do. Where are we going? And that's it. And I just surrender, you know. And if this experience from people watching this tonight can touch many souls, then I've done my job as a medium, and I've done what it is that Spirit have asked me to do here this evening. Trust. I think we touched on that in somebody's message. Spirit had said, trust the process, and that's what we must always do. If it bursts your bubble, it's meant to burst your bubble for a reason. If it makes you feel wonky and a little bit off balance, it's meant to do that for whatever reason that may be. So just trust the process and go with the flow.
We had it today where we were teaching somebody to do healing. And one of the things we've said very, very much at the beginning is, this is not about your energy. It's about the energy of Spirit. Yeah. And so she's halfway through some healing, and I start talking to her, and of course we make her laugh, and then it dawned on her what we were doing. I said, your face is all, your eyes are closed, you're all talking, so why don't you just talk to me and continue the healing, because spirits are doing it, I can see them. And it's the same I find with messages. They give us the information, we go with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just notice your name. Oh, please. Bill and Ben. It's a Facebook user, and probably just as well. I don't know who that Facebook user is.
If we had £1 for everyone that said that this evening, we'd be rich.
Exactly. We'd be rich, Bill. We'd be on the town, going to the two of us. There we are. So, Bill, absolutely beautiful evening. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm not sure what Sue was doing. She's laughing. She's crying. And Dorothy Divine, even though my loved ones never came through, happy for those who had messages and views. she lost her wonderful husband
Oh.
to some time ago. And every time she comes on, Joe, I see him here. He stands to watch, and he watches smiling. My Dorothy, he always says to me, she's on.
Oh, bless.
So Dorothy, Joe is here with us, and doesn't mean that you get a message always. What it means is he's showing us that he's around you and caring for you. We did millionaires. Wow. And thank you, Carol. I think she's referring to what I said to Dorothy. And Carol also lost a son in tragic circumstances. And it's, we think we're here, and all these beautiful people join us, all with a story to tell, Bill. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for tonight.
You're
It's
welcome.
been wonderful. We'll see you again in June, and
See you again.
we'll just say good night to everybody, and God bless.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night, everybody, and thank you so much for holding space with us. God bless you all. Take care.
And come and join me tomorrow, where we have Rodney Hewitt at 12 noon. Rodney is from Cleckheaton. And you're thinking to yourself, Whippets, aren't you, Bill? Whippets and Cleckheaton. Well, you'll be far from it. He's a lovely man and very, very spiritual man. That's my little.
Oh, lovely.
All right. So good night, everybody, and God bless, and good night.
God bless.
Well, Bill, if you'd like to stay on the line, I'll just take you off for a minute.
Sure, no worries.
Yeah. So good night, everybody, and thank you. So tomorrow at 12 noon, we have the wonderful Rodney Hewitt from Cleckheaton. Rodney, a very spiritual man. I always love his readings and his philosophy, and his messages always given with compassion and love. So that's tomorrow at 12 noon. So good night, Carol, and we'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon. And I'll be telling you what's on next week as well. So there we are. Good night.